Hi, and welcome. I'm Shelly Hitz, and I'm joined today with my business partner, Heather Hart.
Hi.
We're glad that you have joined us, and I'm going to go ahead and get started.
And our next question comes from Polly. She said, I'd like to know more about distribution companies. I've never heard of someone doing well with them, so is it worth trying to get one to work on your behalf? And I guess I just want to start by saying that most authors don't need bigger distribution for their print books until they have seen success online or locally. So if you really want to see your book in bookstores, you really should start locally and do your own distribution first, and then not try to get somebody to distribute your book to other stores until after you've already shown that it can do well. And along with that, you should remember that distribution companies aren't in charge of selling your book, they're just in charge of making it available. So even if they do get your book available to bookstores, you're going to have to show the bookstores that it's worth them stocking. You're going to have to show them that you can sell it. Those are just all things to consider. There are some distribution and sales companies that are paired together that will work on both for you, but they are going to cost more. We personally use CreateSpace to print our books, and they offer distribution for us, so it's something that we don't have to worry about. And I think that Print Book on Demand does that as well. Isn't that correct, Shelly?
Yes.
And then, when you do that, you should know that that bookstores like Barnes & Noble won't stock Amazon imprint. So if you've got a CreateSpace ISBN, they're not going to stock your book no matter what you do. So if that's important to you, you should go ahead and buy your own ISBN under your own name versus the CreateSpace free one. We do have a whole bunch of other information about this on our website, trainingauthors.com/printbooks, and you can find out more about the different publishing companies and distribution options there. And if you do go with a company like Ingram Spark, which is provided by Lightning Source, for indie authors, it doesn't include distribution, but like I said, you should definitely start on your own and prove that your book can do it well before you start looking for a distribution company to work with.
Yeah, normally when you get expanded distribution outside of CreateSpace, if you're using other companies or other services, then it's going to cost money. So if your book is not already profitable, you're going to be, spending money to get your book out there. And so right now, in the beginning, the most important thing is to be working on your author platform, building your email list, and that's the next book that Heather and I are working on right now. We're in the process of writing it right now, of email marketing, so it's so important. But focusing on that, and then focusing locally, focusing in your local area, regionally, and then expanding. So those are great things to consider, but we have a ton more information on our website at trainingauthors.com/printbooks. So I recommend you check all of that out.
I wanted to add one more warning that there are vanity presses that offer distribution, and I would warn against using those without researching them really well. You want to make sure that you know what upfront costs you're going to have to pay. Most distribution companies require you to pay for your books, and then they pay you back when they sell, after they take their cut and the bookstore takes their cut. So you want to make sure that you know how much you're going to get paid per book. Look for hidden fees and returns, because they will return books to you if the bookstore doesn't sell. Just trying to make sure that you know exactly what you're getting, so you don't end up paying for people to sell your books and you losing money in the long run.
Yeah, and it's really important to read the fine print and to look over it. Are you going to maintain the rights to your book cover? All of those types of things. We've just heard a lot of different stories from a lot of different authors where it just hasn't turned out to their benefit. So just really look into those things as you're researching distribution channels. All right, well, this is Shelly Hitz and Heather Hart from trainingauthors.com. Thank you for joining us in our second quarterly Q&A, and be watching for our next one coming up next quarter.